Hello everyone, welcome to the Market Outlook. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services. This week the start was quite positive. We did see both the Sensex and Nifty and Bank Nifty along with certain sectorial indices end up in the green. The gains on the frontline indices were on the Sensex, we were close to about 49,500 plus, gains of about close to about 300 points. On the NSE Nifty, the gains were about 120 points with levels of 14,900 plus on the Nifty spot. Now remember friends, these levels that we've seen both on the Sensex and Nifty has come after a very long time, and we've been able to close about 14,900 and 49,500 on the Sensex. That itself is very, very positive. 33,190 was the level wherein the Bank Nifty closed. Now all these are very important and crucial. Along with this, this week we will have a truncated week. On Thursday we have a holiday, a trading holiday. So you have close to about 4 days of working, and during this week, friends, it's going to be very crucial week as far as the COVID-19 situation is concerned. As we all know, Delhi, Mumbai, there has been tapering of the curve, flattening of curve. This week possibly will tell us whether we are seeing the peak being reached, and whether we are going down as far as these two cities are concerned. But the problem is cities like in states like Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, where we have again seen the numbers at an elevated level. So it's going to be a very crucial week. This week and next week will possibly be the decider. On the market front, markets will track these news flow very closely. On the state level, well, there have been various restricted stroke partial lockdown in different states with different timing and conditions. This could possibly be something that the market will wait and watch this week, in case if there is some relaxation in the situation by the various state governments. Coming back to the markets and commodity, well, crude oil, Brent was trading above $68 a barrel. NYMEX was somewhere close to about $64-65 a barrel. Now this is a concern, friends, because India is a net importer of energy, and that's where the concern is of elevated crude oil prices could possibly dampen the recovery as far as the run rate is concerned. On the flip side, if I have to look at a positive factor, then the INR against the dollar has exhibited tremendous strength, and as I speak to you, the last time that I saw the INR dollar pair, INR was trading at somewhere close to about 73.40. There is a possibility, and if you recollect last week, we were talking about further strength on the INR against the dollar, and that's what exactly has happened, and we could possibly see some more strength before any weakness comes on the INR dollar front, and that strength could possibly take the rupee towards 73 and 73.1020. Eventually, of course, then some kind of weakness will come, some kind of dollar buying will happen. On the markets, back again for the fourth quarter, the numbers have been very good, whatever we've seen up till now. And like I was interacting with all of you all last week, I'm not too overly concerned about the fourth quarter number last year, because that's when the recovery was at its best. Unfortunately, what one has to take into consideration is the numbers for the first quarter and second quarter this financial year. And as we all have heard and read, all these states are in different kind of lockdown modes with different timings, conditions, etc. These leads to a little bit of constraint as far as manufacturing and services industry go, and that's what exactly was announced last week by S&P, if I'm not mistaken, that the GDP growth rate could take a little bit of backseat. And in case if the situation has to worsen, then there could be further downgrade as far as the GDP run rate is concerned. But according to me, I think it's too early. One will have to just wait and watch. But if we all contribute to the extent that all we have to do, COVID appropriate behavior, responsible citizen, wearing mask, maintaining social distancing, not overcrowding, not going out unless and until it is extremely necessary. I think if we all do this, then the fight and the ability to overcome this situation will come sooner rather than later. So my request to all of you is, friends, that like I do every time, if it is not necessary, please don't step out. Wear a mask, maintain social distancing, don't overcrowd, and go by various standard operating procedure that respective states and chief ministers have put in place. I think it's only for our good and our own health that we don't have to burden the crumbling health infrastructure which is already in dire straits. So please be careful, stay at home if it is not necessary, don't step out. Overall, as I have been recommending, buying on dips should be your strategy. IT, pharma and FMCG, I think these are the primary three sectors that you should look at. And if I have to possibly identify one stock which has corrected after the fourth quarter earnings in the FMCG space, and that's going to be Tata Consumer Product. As a brokerage house, we remain positive on this particular company, and we are quite confident that coming quarters could see significant recovery for this company, and that could translate into better share prices. And the correction post the fourth quarter number, I think the stock was closed at somewhere close to about 6:30, 6:35 Monday afternoon when the market closed. I think the downside is very, very protected from here on, because we already saw the correction coming post the fourth quarter number, wherein of course there was a little bit of disappointment, and hence we saw the correction coming. So that's one particular stock investment idea, but primarily IT, pharma, FMCG and metals and cement, commodity plays should be in your radar, and use opportunities to buy into these kind of large cap names as and when you get the opportunity. Trade with cautious this week. I think when moment we go towards 50,000 on the Sensex and maybe closer to 15,000 plus on the Nifty, you might see a little bit of concern, high anxiety in terms of profit booking, which might restrict the move on the higher level. But in case, just in case, if there is some positive news on COVID-19 front, then I think the markets will take it with both the hands and we might see elevated levels. I'll ask your leave. Thank you for listening to me so patiently. Praying to Lord Almighty for your good health. Be a responsible citizen and go by the standard operating procedure and COVID appropriate behavior. Thank you all. See you again next week. Bye bye.